This is a test I did almost 4 years ago, and I'm going to be completely honest and say I'm kind of annoyed it's still an issue. Number one, this is a blue background. The value of it is 016223. And I have a hunk of text right here, and I want to show you that I am currently using what is called the Adobe Color Picker right there, okay? So with the Adobe Color Picker, if I want to change the color of this text, I double click on the text, I click on the color well, then when I roll out over my document here, I get the eyedropper thing. I select the same color as the background, and when I deselect, it disappears. And that makes sense because the background is the same color as the text, completely disappears. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change over and use the Apple Color Picker. Click OK, and we have another version of the same thing, but we're now doing the Apple Color Picker. Same drill. I'm going to select the text. I select the color well. I get my Apple Color Picker, select the eyedropper, come out, select the text, click OK, and look at that. This should yield the same results. I'm just picking a color from the field, but I can clearly see the blue. When I go back to the Adobe one, see that? It's completely disappeared. Now, I can't put all the blame on Adobe. It's not like, or Apple. It's not like the Apple Color Picker doesn't work. If I go to the Apple document here, now keep in mind in the Final Cut 10 application, there's no choice to use the Adobe Color Picker, but it's the same drill. If I double click on this text and I scroll down here to the face value, show it, select the color picker, eyedropper, select the color background, and guess what? It totally disappears. You see that? If I turn the background off, the text is the exact same color. So the color picker can work, but in Photoshop, it clearly didn't work. Now let's try it in After Effects, the same drill. We're going to start with the Adobe Color Picker. We're going to just double check that we are indeed on the Adobe Color Picker. Now it's a little bit different here. If you do not have this checkbox selected, why these aren't exactly the same between Illustrator, Photoshop, and After Effects, I can't tell you. But in After Effects, you deselect the color picker, and that gives you the Adobe Color Picker. Okay, whatever. Another problem. Double click on this, select the color wheel. I'm using the Adobe Color Picker, eyedropper, select it, click OK. Guess what? The text totally disappears. Boom, boom. See? Now, we're going to go to the Apple Color Picker, and we are going to change the preferences to say, nah, use the Apple Color Picker, click OK, double click on the text, select the color well, we'll eyedropper the blue, and it doesn't take until you close this. And I don't know if you could see it, but I can clearly read AE test there. I say clearly, that's a subjective term. It's definitely visible. It's much closer than it was over here in Photoshop, but it's definitely wrong. So what's annoying to me is that this has been going on for at least 4 years, and I wish this was not such an issue. I wish this could get fixed, and I don't know whose problem it is. I think some people at Adobe and some people at Apple have to get together at a Starbucks. I will set up the meeting if you want, but figure this out. It's stupid annoying.